to Shree's Coding Hub. Till now, we have completed 9 episodes in our coding life of learning C language from basic level to pro. In the last episode, we have also developed a application using conditional statements concept and calculated grade. Now, in today's episode, we are going to take our learning into some next level. Now, let me open a new file. If you are not gone through the last episodes, the link will be provided in the description. Please go and check out. In this way, we are going to learn C language from basic level to pro level and understand all the concepts in series wise. So stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon and like to our video. Now let's get started. If you do subscribe and like the video, it will be a great motivation to share the more informative videos like this. Now let's start. Hey, now new concept. I'm saving the file with new concept.c. Now, same I write main. Now, my requirement is I want to print numbers from 1 to 5. I want to print numbers on the output window from 1 to 5. You may say it is as simple as it is as we discussed in the last episodes. You may write the code like this. Printf %d slash n comma 1 printf %d slash n comma 2 printf %d slash n comma 3 printf %d slash n comma 4 printf %d slash n comma 5. You may write like this and you may get the output as we required. Alt F9, Control F9, Alt F5. Now you can see we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's fine. Our requirement was to print the numbers from 1 to 5. Now we got the output 1 to 5. Now here our requirement was just to print 1 to 5. If our requirement becomes 1 to 100, if our requirement increases, if our requirement will be maybe to print the numbers from 1 to 1000, then what is the solution? Huh. Don't try to write the code in such way that writing 1000 printf for printing 1000 numbers. It is not at all. It is not going to possible because writing 1000 lines of printf may take minimum half day, and the code becomes very lengthy and it is not good and it is not preferable also. Now what to do? Now our task is to print numbers from 1 to 10 by writing only one printf. Now by writing only one printf, I will write only one printf line, but I want to print the numbers 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Now don't think like that. I am going to print like this. 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3 comma not like this also. I will write only one printf and one letter after %d, and I should get printed 1 to 10 numbers on the output window. Now here comes another concept into play, that is loops. There are three different types of loops: for loop, while loop and do while loop. Now first let's discuss about for loop and write our required code and get the output. Now first let's go through the for loop. Here if you see, I have written int I. This is called declaration, as we all know, as we discussed in the previous episode. If you are not gone through those episodes, the link will be provided in the description. If you are not aware of those concepts, you may not get understand this concept. So it is important to come in series wise. That's why we are also giving tutorial in series wise. Now here if you see, I have created I object. I have created object I. Now here I wrote something like for bracket open I equal to 0. I equal to 0. Now what this is called? I have copied 0 to I. I have inserted value 0 into I. I have inserted value 0 into I. This is called initialization. What this is called? initialization. What this is called? Initialization. Now here we have copied 0, we have inserted I value 0. Now this is called initialization. Now here I have given a condition, I is less than 5. I is less than 5. Now what this condition means, the loop the loop statements gets executed only in case of this condition gets satisfied. The cursor enters into the loop only when this condition gets satisfied. Now I value is 0, so it is less than 5. Yeah, it executes the statement in the loop. This is called condition. This is called condition. Now what this is called? This is called increment or decrement. If we subtract the value, then it is called decrement. If we increase the value, then it is called increment. Now here I wrote I plus plus. Now what this means? It actually means I equal to I equal to I plus 1. It means I equal to I plus 1. Now I value is increased by 1. This we can write as simple as it is, or I plus plus. Writing in this way or this way, both are same. I is increased by 1. I is increased. If I value is 0, when we say I plus plus, the I value becomes 1. It is increased by 1. When we say I equal to I plus 1, if now the I value is 1, it is increased by 1. I becomes 2. This is the process. Now this is called increment, because now we are adding the value. If we decrease the value, then it is called decrement. Now here initialization optional, condition is also optional, increment or decrement is also optional. Now what this means? Now what is this optional meaning? Here initializing I value as 0, inserting 0 into the I is not required, uh, it is not mandatory. Even if we do not initialize I value, then also we do not get any error here. We do not get any error. The compiler runs our code successfully. Now here we wrote condition, we have given condition that I should be less than 5. Now this condition also optional, this condition is also optional. Even if we don't write condition also, then the compiler will not show any error. Our compiler compiles our code successfully. Now here we have given increment. This is also optional. Even if we not give the increment, then also our compiler will not throw any error. It compiles successfully. Now our increment, our condition, our initialization, these three are optional. Even if we don't write these three, the compiler will not throw any error. Now let's try to use for loop and print our output. I am going into Turbo C++. Now what I do is I remove this. Now I will create int I. Now I write for loop for I equal to 0. I have done initialization. I is less than, no, I will take I equal to 1. Now our requirement is to start from 1, and I is less than 11 because we want to print until 10. I should be less than 10, and I plus plus. Now here what it does, I say simply printf percentile d slash n. This we know, this fashion of writing code already we did in the previous episodes. Now here what it does, it gets the value which is in the I, which is in the object I, and prints here. This we already discussed in the previous episode. If you have not gone through those episodes, the link will be provided in the description. Please go and check out. Now here what happens, this is called initialization. Now I value becomes 1. Now it checks condition whether the I value is less than 11 or not. Yes, 1 is less than 11. Now it enters into the for loop and executes this statement. Now after executing this statement, it goes here and increments the I value. I plus plus. What does it mean? Increase the I value by 1. Now what was the I value? 1. Now after executing this statement, I value becomes 2. Now again it checks the condition whether the I value is less than 11 or not. Yes, 2 is less than 11. Obviously it enters into the loop and prints the I value. Now what it prints, the I value became 1, sorry, the I value became 2 after increment. So it gets the value in the I which is 2 and prints here. Now the output will be 2. Now again it goes to the increment and it increases I value by 1. Now I value became 3. Now it checks the condition whether it is less than 11 or not. Yes, it is less than 11. 3 is less than 11. So it executes this statement and gets the value in the I which is 3 and prints 3. Now again it goes to the I plus plus and increments the I value 4 and checks the condition and prints the I value. Now after 5 or 6 iterations, we call iterations, we call the number of times loop repeats, that we call as iterations. The number of time loop statement get executed, that we call it as iterations. Now here, uh, after some iterations, let the I value will be 10, the I value will be 9, sorry, the I value will be 9. Now it becomes, after going to the increment, it becomes 10 and checks the condition. Yeah, 10 is less than 11. It executes this statement and prints 10. Now after this it goes to here, it goes here and increments the I value. Now I value is 11. Now 11 is not less than 11. 11 is not less than 11. So it does not execute this print statement and it comes out from the for loop. It comes out from the loop and prints what and executes the lines which are written after the loop, which are written after the loop. Here, when the I value becomes 11, the condition fails and comes out from the loop and executes thank you. Let's see the output. Oh, 4 errors, because here small mistake is done by me. Alt F9, no errors, Control F9, Alt F5. You can see it has printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why? Why? Remember the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is from the first execution. Previously we have executed once for an example purpose. So we should use clear screen function to avoid confusion. What is clear screen? Clear screen is a built-in function to clear the output window, which we have discussed earlier episodes. Now you can see, sorry, I have not compiled. Control F9, Alt F5. Now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. The loop repeated 10 times. 10 times. And until the condition was true, the loop has repeated. When the condition failed, it has executed, it has came out from the for loop and executed the line which are after the for loop. Now we said that initialization is optional. Initialization is optional. Okay, initialization option. Let's see, the compiler did not throw any error. Now let's link and load and let's see the output. Here if you see, in the absence of initialization, we got only thank you word, because I is not initialized. I is not initialized. Here we did not initialize I. Let's initialize here only. Here itself I say here 1. Now let's see the output. Alt F5. You can see the same output. It has printed 1 to 10. Thank you. Here I did not initialize any value, but I have initialized in the previous. I have initialized here. Initializing I value where we can do here or here. But in for loop, in the absence of initialization, we will not get any error. For that sake, I have shown you an example. Now let's see the condition. Here I said the condition is also optional. Condition is also optional. Let's see the output. Here what happens, here in the absence of condition, first the I value is 1. Okay, right, it prints 1 and it goes to the increment I plus plus, it becomes 2 and here there is no condition to check, so it prints 2 and again it becomes 3 and no condition to check, it prints 3, again 4, no condition to check, prints 4. Now how many times this for loop gets executed in the absence of condition? now here we didn't write any condition, so this is called infinite loop. This is called infinite loop. It executes infinite times and we can't see the output also. You can see, I'll compile, I'll link and load. You can see the output. The output is going on printing, going on printing, going on printing. It never stops. It never stops. Our turbo C++ IDE, it never stops. Now because we wrote an infinite loop because there is no condition to stop the for loop. If the value becomes 1000, there is no condition to check, so it enters into the loop. Now in the absence of condition, it means it is a infinite loop. It is a infinite loop. I open once again turbo C++. In the absence of condition, uh, it means it means it is an infinite loop. It is an infinite loop. I'll open the same file. Now I have went back and came again and again opened the turbo C++ because in the output window the process is going on, it is going on printing the values. So we can't stop that, flow and come back and exit that output window. That's why I have closed the that turbo C++ and opened freshly. That's why I opened freshly, because we can't stop that execution. Here I hope you guys got the point. In the absence of condition, it means the loop will be always true. The loop will be always true and goes never end. Now here what I do is I use the previous concept, if condition, and what I do is if I equal to 11, then what I do is break. Now let's see the output and again let's discuss. Now here you can see the same output. It has printed 1 to 10. Thank you. Now what happened? Let's see. Here the I value was 1 and there is no condition. So there is no condition to check. So it is always true. Now it has printed. Now it has first checked whether I is equal to 1. I is equal to 11 or not. No, I is not equal to 11. So for simple understanding, take 5 I take 5 and show you the output. Take 5. You can see it has printed 1 2 3 4. It has printed only 1 2 3 4. Now first the I value is 1. There is no condition to check. It is always true. Now it enters into the loop and checks the condition whether I value is equal to 5 or not. No. So it does not enter into the if condition but executes this printf and prints 1, and again it goes here and increments the I value. Always true condition. It checks whether it is equal to 5 or not. No. So it executes directly printf function. Again 3, again same, again 4. Now it becomes when the value becomes 4 and it checks the condition whether 4 is equal to 5. No. So it now does not enter into the if condition and but directly executes this printf. Now when the I value become increment and becomes 5, now it enters into the loop because there is no condition to check, always true loop. Now it enter and checks if I equal to 5. Now the value in the I is 5. So 5 equal to 5. The condition is satisfied. The condition is satisfied. Now enters into this if condition statement and executes this break statement. Now what does this break statement do? It breaks the loop forcefully. What does this break statement do? It breaks the loop forcefully. Now when this break statement gets executed, now it comes directly from it comes out from the for loop. It directly comes out from the for loop and prints thank you. It What does this break statement do? It breaks the loop. And comes out from the loop. Now when the break statement gets executed, it comes out from the loop and it does not go to this area again, and it does not do any increment or check any condition. It does not going to continue the loop. It directly comes out from the loop and executes the statement which are written after the for loop. Here we written to print thank you message, so it directly prints thank you message. That's why we got the output like this. 1 2 3 4. When the value is 5, the condition gets satisfied in the if condition, 5 equal to 5, and break statement executed and came out from the loop and executed the statement after the for loop, which is printf thank you. So it printed thank you message. I hope you guys got the point. It is as simple as it is. It is just try to understand the concept, and by doing practice you will get better understanding. Without doing practice, our brain thinks, yeah, we got the point and we understood, but without doing practically we will not get a better understanding and better conceptual understanding. I hope you guys understood. Now here increment is also optional. Here the increment is also optional. Now what happens? But here if you observe, I did not remove these semicolons because in the absence of these semicolons we will get error. Expression syntax, we will get error because condition, initialization, increment, these three are optional, but semicolons are very important. Even I keep single semicolon also, it is showing expression syntax. Oh, the two semicolons are mandatory for loop. The condition, initialization, and increment are optional, but keeping this semicolon is mandatory. Keeping these two semicolons are very mandatory. I hope you guys got the point. Now what would be the output? Here there is no increment also. Now I value is 1. This loop is always true loop. It enters into the loop and checks the condition. The condition fails, it directly executes this printf statement. Now like this, when this condition is going to satisfy, when this condition is going to get satisfied, no, this condition is never going to get satisfied because there is no increment. The I value is not increased here. The I value is not increased here. So here the condition is never going to get satisfied. So this loop goes on repeating. It never ends, like previous, as we seen in the absence of condition. Control F9. you can see you can see by pressing any key I can't stop the execution. It is going on printing 1. It is going on printing 1. Now I cannot come out of this output window also because I cannot stop the execution of this program, because there is no break statement also, there is no condition also, there is no increment also. That's why now I should go back and again open this and start and open our file .c extension, new concept. Yeah, here you can see till now you can see that in the output window we are unable to come out from the output window because we can't stop the execution. We didn't stop here, we didn't break the for loop at anywhere. Now what I do is I keep the increment here. I keep the increment here. I equal to I plus 1 and semicolon. Now here what happens? First I value is 1. It enters into the loop and checks the condition. Condition fail. So directly comes here and prints the I value and increases the I value. I equal to I plus 1. Now I value becomes 2. And again it is a always true loop. Enters into the loop and checks the condition. 2 is not equal to 5. Condition failed, executes this printf and increments the I value. Like that, when the I value becomes 4, it is always true loop, enters into the loop, checks the condition, it is not equal to 5. Again it executes printf statement and increases the I value by 1. Now the I value is 5. Now it is always true loop, enters into the loop and checks the condition. 5 equal to 5, I value is 5. Now the condition got satisfied and executes this break statement and comes out directly and without executing the remaining statements which are after the break. Now after this break, what are there? Printf and increment is there. Now these two are not going to execute. Directly it comes out from the loop and executes the statements which are after the for loop. It gives the message thank you. Let's see the output. Yes, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. This is the detailed explanation of usage of for loop. I equal to 0. This is initialization, I is less than 5. This is condition, I is I plus plus. This is increment. And now these are not required. Sorry. Simply I make these are statement. By this compiler understand these lines should not be compiled. These are just for informative purpose. It does not throw any error. I have made the statements. Now our code became very simple. Here it is a here it is a loop, and I wrote only single printf line printing the same I value, but I have got our required output that it has printed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here if you can see, the I value is 1 first, and then it has got 0. First we have got 0. Why so? Now here it was 1, but here we wrote initialization overwriting I value. We are replacing the I value with 0. This is, and when we copy again and again, the last updated value will be in our object. The last updated value. Now the last updated value is 0. This is only available in our object, not the previous value. This will be gone. This will be gone. Now here what I do is I equal to 1, I remove from here. Now you can see the output 1, 2, 3, 4. I wrote only single printf line. This is the detailed explanation of for loop. Now there are also another two loops, while loop and do while loop. So to understand the concept, while and do while also, that will be same. There also we do initialization, there also we check the condition, there also we do increment, but in different fashion. In different fashion. I hope you guys understood the for loop usage very well. So to get to know do an understanding about while loop and do while loop, stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe our channel and like the video. Thank you.